How are you all? Welcome back to Crypto Blitz, your place to get your crypto fix. I'm Ripple Van Winkle, and I'm your boss. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Monday is off, it's been a long weekend, and I'm going on a little holiday soon. Kind of upset from Wednesday to Sunday I won't be able to watch the NFL's first week on Sunday. But what are you going to do? I have a lot of other games to play. You should be out and about, taking a walk, getting some sun, or maybe just sitting by the pool. I know that fall is coming to the US. Folks, summer is only here for 3 months. It hurts, but it's always summer in Florida. Beautiful, it's always 95. It does rain every once in a while, but only for about an hour. You have no idea if everything is dry or what washed away by the rain. That's not something to be mad about. We need to talk about a lot of things. You can't see the top of my screen, but trust me when I say we have more than 12 tabs open. We're going to try to do everything. For example, here are Ripple XRP market images from the past. We'll start this video by looking at the monthly charts for the last 10 years, since I forgot to do that in the second video of the day. Let's get right to this thing without any further ado. Bitcoin 58,168,000. It has dropped 1.97% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is worth $2,472. It's gone down 2.23%. Both USDT and USDC are coming in after a dollar peg. XRP is trying to get back up to that 56-cent range and is now at 0.559, which is 1.88%. The total value of all cryptocurrencies on the market is still above $2 trillion, which is pretty good. It's now $2,058 billion. In case you forgot, Brad Gallinghouse thinks that the crypto markets will be worth $5 trillion by the end of this year. Also, things tend to get spicy and hot in the fourth quarter. What's interesting is this. This is what made me look forward to next week. Is the case between Ripple and the SEC over? We saw this and it's going around Twitter like crazy after breaking. Is it real? Time will tell, but it would be amazing if Ripple paid the fine, the SEC signed off, and the case was finally over. A fun week is coming up. There is a chance that we will see this tomorrow if it is released. Watch out for it. We'll talk about it if it does come out and what this means for Ripple going forward. What this means for the future use of XRP, what this means for an ETF in 2025 to get that big bag of institutional money. This was put out by Michael. It looks great that Bitcoin's monthly chart, he thinks September will be good and that the fourth quarter will be great. Here is the chart as of 2024. He agrees with what he says. It's only a matter of time before Bitcoin goes mainstream. It's been so long since we've chopped that I feel like I've been on this site for months and months just talking about this chop range. That's all there is to it. We chop, we go up and people get excited. We drop back down and go over the lows again. We go up again. We go back to the lows. There's nothing stopping it from moving within this magical area. But when we look at this, is your Bitcoin chart for every month. Here's what we have in mind for September 7 from the past. It's been 9 months, I think. It's red. We've only had green Septembers in 2015 and 2016, which seems like a long time ago. But are we going to break the cycle? There were 6 green months in November, so it's likely that September will be green too. If it's not, October is the best bet. Then December is kind of that toss-up time frame. When we look at the bull periods, we can see that December 2020 was a very good month for the market in 2017. It was a little red at first, but it quickly turned green in 2021, a 46% gain. What are we going to do? Look, things are going to go off in Q4. When? We're not sure. There's no way for us to know for sure what day, time, and month it is. I am sure that Bitcoin will be on feel pretty sure by year's end. Bitcoin will have reached 100,000. You may be thinking, Rip, that's a lot of money, but keep in mind that when crypto moves, crypto moves. If Bitcoin starts to move, it will push the first number for Bitcoin up to 74,000. The lid will be blown off after that. These are some really cool facts we learn. On this Suv blockchain, Dark Times gives players more power by letting them customize NFTs. They are making a game that will be based on NFTs. It's an RPG. In the game, NFTs will be used. It does look pretty real and pretty cool, but that's just a segue. If you go to the Lux Lines website, my project is there. Here you can see that we added 2 more sick parts to Lux Warfare. Which shooting game like Call of Duty are we going to play tonight? And the NFTs you have will be used to change the look of your guns in games. Your troops and weapons will show up in the game if you own them. You can make use of them after the game is over. On the XRP record, everything you own is now a NFT after 6 months. You know you had a good run. In other words, you can sell that outside of the game on our market. It works the same way with King of the Jungle. King of the Jungle is a trade guard game. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, where you fight with cards. You need to get your cards. All of them are NFTs. Those cards can be sold. You know you can sell a lot of them. All the things you use in-game will be saved on the XRP record and can be taken out of the game itself. Wars is already in test, and King of the Jungle should come out in September, according to what I've heard. Bitcoin falls back to 58,000 and keeps going down, but next week could be exciting for those who want to see it go up. Could this be the week that Bitcoin takes off and things start to go right again? In that case, we need to pay attention. Then Ripple put out a brand new white paper. I don't think many of you read it. It was pulled up for me. It says that Ripple's new white paper shows that top bankers around the world are optimistic about the chances of modern payment technology. This is what it means for the phase the train has left the stop. It's not a matter of if or when the Internet of Value will be fully operational, as long as there are clear rules around the world. What do I think we need to wait for? What do you think we're waiting for? What do you think we're waiting for? I believe that US policies are the most important thing. I think a lot of these other countries are waiting for the US to make crypto regulations and then adopt them. That way they can use those regulations as a model for their own. We are well aware that the old system, specifically the old banking system, is being improved, and we are switching to a DLT blockchain solution. These Nostra Vostra accounts with more than $10 trillion in them, just sitting there in these empty accounts that are only there to hold money that has already been paid for so they can move money around and across countries that will be a thing of the past. Are all 10 trillion going to vanish all at once? Of course not. Deals will take a long time, especially when dealing with banks and states. It takes time, but once we have it, we'll get on board and cut the rails. Going forward, everything will be done on a blockchain. This year, Ripple put out a white paper called Big Opportunities and Small Business Payments. That's right on Ripple's website for you. Look at this XRP worth 167 million that was taken out of a private wallet. Who is going to start the FUD train? We understand how this works. XRP comes out on the 1st of every month. Some of them are sent back to trust, but some are not. Since I was in the market, nothing has changed. On the 1st, this has always been the best choice. It's the same story, the same song, and the same dance every time. I've been here since 2017, and every January 1st, people will tweet and hate that Ripple is selling again, the price is going down, and so on. If this is new information to you as an XRP holder, you should really go do your own study and find out what's going on. This isn't anything unusual, and it shouldn't cause fear or FOMO in the markets. The XRP Ledger Hackathon is now underway, put together by XRPL Korea. I love this look. South Korea led the way in mass usage in 2017. At that point, the most XRP could be bought with South Korean won, which was $3.80. Not in the US, you never got that. Most likely the high in the US was between $2.80 and $3. Afterward, we all know what took place, right? The Korean pair was taken off the exchange because it had a too big of a price gap. A lot of people thought that the price of XRP was going down all the way back to 20 cents. But South Korea was the first to do it. This way, hackathons at the XRP platform support and what's going on there will lead to big things. Elon, we talked about this in the first movie when we got it. Elon also talked about how his platform is not allowed in Brazil. That's what he plans to do when he wants to fly. His Twitter and his old VPN, which will let you use Twitter from anywhere in the world. And it looks like people are always trying to hurt Elon. But he always has an answer. We also talked about the case. Finally, there is Ripple's white paper, which talks about the great chance for the company. If people pay other businesses, the market could reach 174 trillion. At first, they said that by 2030, that's huge. It will be 174 trillion in B2 billion spending by 2030. That's not even 6 years away. It will be here in 5 years. Ripple only needs to take